Hi everyone, Stepan here. I'm playing Kuros again. Let me say hello. Okay, so we played a lot of games. The last one we played, I did manage to win. So let's see if he has something prepared for my Caro-Kann. I'm not going to deviate. I want to see what he wants to do. Okay, fantasy. I'm gonna go for Queen b6 because I've just started studying it seriously and I want to see what he does. Now there are many lines I'm not prepared for, but hopefully he doesn't choose one of them. Let me just see if everything is okay with the video. I think it should be okay. So yesterday I got crushed because I took the d4 pawn in the Caro-Kann. And Queen b6 in the fantasy is sort of risky, but for white, because I don't intend on taking on e4 unless I have very favorable circumstances, and I intend to play e5. So the main line is knight c3 takes, and if pawn takes, then e5, if knight takes, then bishop f5. Which should be about equal. But the line that's very tricky is a4, where, I mean, white gets a lot of play with a4 simply threatening a5, but okay, I'm not going to talk anymore until he plays a move. I'm really anxious about Queen b6 in the fantasy because I'm moving my queen instead of developing my pieces, but you could argue that f3 is not only a waste of time if black doesn't take on e4, but also weakening because it moves a kingside pawn. I don't know, c3. Why does everybody play a move? I don't know. I have never seen c3. Never, ever. Okay, I guess we play chess now. So taking on e4 and playing e5 seems sensible, especially now that he doesn't have knight c3. So d4, fe4, e5. If he takes, I go bishop e6, and that should be a normal position. Okay, I'm going to do that because I think that's the correct way to punish his play. And of course, after fe and e5, if he ever takes, then I have bishop c5 ideas later on, where since he didn't play knight c3, he doesn't have knight a4. If d5, of course, bishop c5. If knight f3, I'm taking. I think e5 is correct here. I mean, in most lines of the fantasy, e5 is correct. Although here I could go for bishop g4. I don't know if I should take or not. If the last game has taught me anything, it's that I should develop my pieces, so bishop g4 seems very sensible. If he takes on e5, then I can go bishop c5. Okay, I'm gonna go for bishop g4. I think bishop g4 should be okay, because I'm developing some pieces and I'm preparing knight d7. He should probably go knight bd2. But then knight to d7. If he plays h3, I'm taking immediately, I think. And after queen takes, I win a pawn. And after pawn takes, I can take on d4 and play bishop b4. I should say that I don't know if this is theory or not. And if it is theory, I don't know it. I've never seen c3. I remember to make coffee this time. What if he plays bishop e2? I'm pretty sure he wants to recapture on d4 with the pawn. That's why he played c3. Bishop c4. Okay, so he wants to play bishop f7, king f7, knight g5. I can see that. So if I go knight f6, he takes on e5. If I go bishop e7, he can play. If I go knight f6, he can go bishop f7, king f7, and knight e5. So I really should take on f3. Maybe that's the only move. And then what? Queen c7? Is it possible that bishop g4 is just the losing move? It might be. I could go bishop h5. Okay, I think bishop h5 should be good. It's very scary to allow bishop takes f7. In all of these variations, I think I would lose. Knight f6 definitely loses, knight h6 loses, knight d7 loses, queen c7 seems very passive. If he goes g4, it's the same thing. I have to play bishop g6. So I could be lost. Yeah, bishop g4 was a bad idea. He should play g4 here. And I have to play bishop g6. I mean, I cannot take it. Unless I can go king d8, but that seems absurd. This is why I'm scared to play queen b6. There are many lines which I don't know. Okay, not g4. I'm happy to see that. So knight bd7 seems sensible here. Or knight d7, excuse me. He should have played g4. Knight d7, is that the best move? I think it has to be. I need to reinforce e5. Because he cannot take with the pawn now. I could also go knight f6 because he cannot take with the knight either. Okay, I'm gonna play knight d7. If g4 now I have bishop g6 because he doesn't have knight e5. I think g4 would have won the game there. So I could have lost on move 8, I think. If I'm allowed one more move, and I get to play knight gf6, then I think I could be better. But then again, I think there are many moves that would prevent me from playing knight f6. We are both very short on time, considering that it's move 8. He has 6.5, I have 9.5. I think castles was definitely a mistake. I think g4 was just game over, although I could be missing something. He clearly wins a pawn at least. Unless I can go king d8 and bishop f7. But then d5 with tempo, king c8. Queen b3. I think that just loses a pawn. No, it doesn't, because he has double pressure on f7, but I could just play knight f6. For the moment, the d-pawn is still pinned, so how can I use that? Is there any way that I don't trade queens here? I don't think so. So I'm just going to take. I don't see a way to avoid the queen trade. He should take with the a-pawn to prevent me from castling queenside. But then I could have b5. So maybe bishop takes is better. Yeah. I think I did have b5 there. So now he's threatening knight e5 and knight g5. So if I take on d4, he plays knight g5. If I go bishop d6, he plays knight g5. I go f6. I need to develop my pieces. Bishop d6 has to be correct here. Okay, bishop d6. Are there any tactics? Knight g5. I go f6. He goes knight e6. That really shouldn't work. Okay, I'm going bishop d6. I think it works. We're equal in development now, which is good. I may have also considered f6 on the previous move, but I think developing my bishop is more important, because I don't think he ever takes on e5, and I never take on d4. Okay, now f6 seems forced to me. f6, if he goes knight e6, what do I do? Well, I could go knight f6. Knight f6, knight f7, bishop f7, bishop f7, king f7. Doesn't work. Knight f6, bishop f7, bishop f7, knight e6. Doesn't work. Knight f6, d5, knight e5. Doesn't work. Yeah, I think knight f6 should be good. So I'm gonna play knight f6, because I'm defending everything. There's no need for f6 allowing knight e6 when I can simply develop a piece. And now I have a lead in development. And everything is defended sufficiently, so I got away with it. I think I was busted on move 8. Okay, castle's kingside, finally. Woohoo! I managed to castle. If he plays knight df3, I have h6, knight h3, bishop f3, rook f3, knight e4, and I win. If he plays knight c4, I'm playing bishop c7. Okay, I'm happy with my position now. I have a normal position now. Okay, bishop c7 seems forced. If he takes, I take with the bishop, I think, to make sure he doesn't have bishop f4. Well, I could take with the knight, and on bishop f4, knight c4, bishop c7. I have knight d2. Okay, he takes with the knight, so now I have to take with the bishop. I think I have to take with the bishop. What's this position like? I don't know. On bishop f4, I could simply play rook a e8, and then bishop g6 to threaten bishop e4, or h6, bishop e4 if he plays rook a e1. I like that. I think I'm better here. I don't see a way for him to defend his e4 pawn comfortably. And my knight isn't terribly misplaced. Does he have any tricks though? So rook a8, rook a8. I think this should be good. I don't see why I wouldn't develop another piece. So now my threat is bishop g6 and h6. Also, if he plays rook e1, I have knight d3. I need to watch out for bishop e3, bishop c5. So on bishop e3 I could consider playing b6, just to make sure I don't blunder the exchange. But then he just helped me develop a piece. On bishop e3 I actually have... okay. Is there anything wrong with rook e8? Rook f8? I don't think he has bishop f7. I don't think he has knight f7. He definitely doesn't have rook d1 because of bishop d1. I would be threatening knight e4 in that position. He would not have rook e1. He would not have h4. He would not have knight f3 because I can simply take on e4. I'm playing rook f8. I don't see anything wrong with it. It has to be the most precise move, and if he takes I win a pawn. If he plays rook af1, I'm playing bishop g6. Yeah, this just wins rook. Okay, let's just say good game. I think I was busted on move 8. Let's just see that. Okay, so first of all, let's see about the c3 move. Can you guys see the... yeah, you can. Okay, so e5 immediately instead of taking first and then e5. That actually makes sense. Let's see. Okay, yeah, e5 is correct, but after this, e5 is bad. Okay, so, but if I play e5 straight away, e5 immediately. Okay, Okay, so c3 is a move and you need to play e5 straight away. So I was definitely worse here. Bishop c4. Yeah, g4. g4, game over. I knew it. The question is, should I play bishop g6 or take and play king d8? Yeah, king d8 is best, but +4. Jesus. Okay. Congratulations to him. He highlighted a weakness in my opening prep. Yeah, okay, now the position is normal and... Wait, why is this rook a mistake? Because of knight f3? Can I not just take that? Wait, on knight f3, why can't I just take? Because he defends his center, so I would have to do this. Okay. And what's the difference if I play the other rook? Why doesn't this work in the other variation? Ah, okay. This is too hard for me to see. Just answering Kuros in the chat. Okay. Yeah, but this is just busted. Okay. Not a good game. Definitely not a good game, but I got away with it somehow, managed to develop my pieces. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.